Hello everyone and welcome to the Tech Peek, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing RetroBar. RetroBar is basically an app for Windows that allows you to get old taskbars from old versions of Windows on Windows again. I am currently in a Windows 10 VM in full screen mode, and I'm sorry that we have these black bars on the side. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. If anyone knows how to do that, just comment that down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I've already got RetroBar in my downloads, so I'm just going to open up my file explorer here. I'm going to go to downloads, and I am going to open up the zip file. I will leave a link in the description for RetroBar, by the way. You can get it over on GitHub. So I'm just going to double click this exe file. This will install some .NET runtimes. You may or may not already have them installed. I am pretty sure I do, so I'm just going to hit OK because my language is English. I'm going to hit I accept the agreement. I'm going to hit next, and this is fine. I don't really mind where it does install, so I'm just going to hit next again. And I am going to set it to automatically start RetroBar, so you don't have to, every time you boot up Windows, have to go into your start menu or whatever and just start it. So I'm just going to hit next. I'm going to hit install, and we're going to let this install. And I take that back because it's just finished. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this launch. I'm going to close my file explorer, and we should get a Windows 95/98 start menu, and taskbar. And yes, there it is. So the way that you can customize this is by right-clicking just the center of the taskbar and going to properties, and you have a whole plethora of ways to customize this. So I'm going to start with the theme. You can change the language if you want it to a different language for some reason. So I'm just going to go over the bigger ones. We're just going to do like the ones that have more importance. I'm not going to go over these smaller ones. So I'm just going to show you guys something like Windows Longhorn Arrow. This is honestly probably my favorite. It gives that Windows Longhorn vibe that you get from beta builds of Vista, and I really like it. You can also bundle this with OpenShell, and that'll basically allow you to get a like styled taskbar to look like these old versions as taskbars. I'm not going to go over that today, but if you want to see a video on that, comment that down below. So there's Longhorn Arrow. I also want to do XP Blue because I feel like this one's really cool. This is probably the main reason you're going to want to use this for the XP start menu. This is just very nice looking, and it looks weird on top of Windows 10, but it is pretty, it's kind of a funny throwback. So I do also want to show Windows Vista Arrow. This is probably the best representation out of all of these. I think this looks so close to the actual Windows Vista one. So yeah, that's a very good representation. I also want to show off Zune XP because Zune is the greatest of all time XP theme. If you don't agree with me, I don't know what you're doing, but okay. So we also have some more settings here, like lock the taskbar, so that just keeps you from adding icons and stuff. Show badges, quick launch. If you want to hide quick launch for whatever reason, you can do that. You also have show the clock. The clock shows down there at the bottom right. You can also show the seconds in the clock. I'm just going to leave that on. You also have the add the show desktop icon. I'm not going to have that on because I don't really like it. You can also show the input language there, and if you go into advanced, you can set it to automatically start at log on. You can use software rendering. I'm just going to do that, and you can enable debug logging if you want to. You can also change the taskbar scale to 200% if you want to do that. I'm going to set it back to 100% because it looks much better. There is also the hide taskbar icon if you want to hide it. In fact, this is the hide hide line when hidden with auto hide. So yeah, if you go back here, you can enable auto hide the taskbar right here. So that just kind of, you have to hover over to get to the taskbar. I prefer to never have it set to auto hide on no matter what operating system I'm using, but that's just a choice. If you like it that way, you can have it that way. And that's about all for this part. So if you want to bundle this with OpenShell, I will also link this down in the description. Thank you guys for watching. We're currently at 49 subs. One more, and then we can have a subscriber special. So please, please, please subscribe, leave a comment, and also I'm looking for a microphone right now. If I can get any recommendations, that would be very, very, very helpful, and a big thanks to anyone who is going to do that. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video, and bye.